Okay, so and we're here with Kate today. So what we wanted to do is just go through a little bit of her journey and her transformation and the results that she's achieved since she's been coming to Better Body Fitness. So obviously a little bit of background, Kate. You've always trained. You've always been pretty active. You've been busy with your life and 100 different things that you do and your commitments and stuff. Why was it that you decided to get involved? What was that little trigger in your head?
Well, as I say, I'd always been fit and active, but I had a big birthday looming, and I was sort of hitting the menopause. Well, I could tell that my body was like changing shape and things like that, and I really wasn't happy about it. And in my family, there's a lot of, like, when you get to 50, there's a lot of like health problems, like hearts. People put weight on and never get back from that thing, and it was like diabetes and all that. And I was really concerned that I didn't want to go into that part of my life, not being as fit and healthy as I could be, because obviously that's when problems start. So that was the trigger. Lose a bit of weight and become as fit and healthy as I could be for the next part of my life, so I can enjoy it.
Cool, cool. So what was it? What was the trigger? Obviously that was from the sort of health side. Was that the big trigger where you thought, that's it now, enough's enough? What was it that sort of, you obviously came along to our classes and then got involved in the other stuff? What was the bit that sort of put a little something in your head to think, yeah, that makes sense?
Well, I thought like I ran and I was active. I thought I could eat whatever I wanted because I was burning it all off. Comes to the class and you just did a little introduction and said, what you're going to remember is 20% of everything you do in here, it works, but 80% is what you put in your mouth. And it was like someone had just like switched the light on. It's like, oh, so it's actually, you can't just eat anything, it's what you actually put in your body. So that's when I messaged in and said, well, I think I eat healthily because I know what's good and bad food, but I probably don't understand nutrition enough. And if that's what's causing me to put weight on, even though I'm active, I think I need some help with it.
Yeah, cool. And how did you feel once you started? Because I know one of the things, you obviously wanted to follow something that yourself and your husband could do as well. So it was a family friendly thing.
I was really concerned because my husband, he thinks he eats healthily as well, but he also doesn't like being told what to eat. So it was like, how's this going to work? How are we going to do this where we don't feel that we're being told what to do and we are enjoying our food, because we do like going out for meals. So, we are big food people. So that was like a big concern for me, is how was this going to work in my world? And how was I going to not feel like I was on some sort of like plan?
Yeah. And how did you sort of feel, obviously, once you got into it and stuff,
Well, first, when you sort of see all the menus and all that, initially I was like, oh, hang on, I don't think he'll eat that, and I don't know whether I like that. And I just stopped, wound myself back and thought, there is things in here that I can adapt to my world. And so that first week, I was eating more food than I'd ever eaten. I can remember saying to you, please don't make me eat anymore. I can't possibly need any more food. But the energy levels I had were like phenomenal. I just felt full all the time. I felt satisfied, and it just felt like I could do lots of more things, and I wasn't feeling tired or drained.
Cool, fantastic. Yeah, that's great. And how's your fitness come on? Because obviously, as you said, you were training, so you were, in your eyes, pretty fit. Where's it sort of, from where you were to where you are now? How's that?
I was fit. I totally, again, compared to some people who join class who've not done any exercise, I would have classed myself as a fit and active person. But after joining your class, I've used different type of fitness. I'm on a different level. It's just blown me away how fit and what I can achieve. And like when you get set a challenge or a task and you think, I'll never be able to do that. And like you smash it and you're like, how did that even happen? First couple of weeks you come and everybody will come or do any of this. The first couple of times it's new muscles and you do ache. But within a couple of weeks, you find that exercise easy and you're on to the next level. And so it is absolutely unbelievable where the fitness has gone.
Cool. And how have you found from your sort of mindset and belief and, where you're at? How's that?
I am now, I don't believe that there isn't anything I can't achieve. Literally, it's mind over body. Your body, if you feed it right, you give it everything it needs, and if your mind wants to do it, you can achieve whatever you want to achieve.
Cool, definitely. So, and obviously you're a sort of, I don't know what this, a bit of a social butterfly. You've got a busy social life. I know that's something you were a bit worried about. What, and like I say to everyone when they get involved, it's all about balance. It's about a lifestyle change. You still go on nights out. You still do this. You still go out for nice meals, have drinks, do whatever. How have you found sort of fitting in your busy social life around there?
You know what? I really was concerned, because I think when you go on this, I'm going to go on a healthy lifestyle. You see like celebrities and they say, oh, I don't drink anymore now and I only eat all this type of thing. So you sort of think you're going to become this person that can't go out when someone invites you. And I am out all the time. I do drink. I took my mum out for lunch a few months ago and she said, is there anything on this menu you can eat? And I said, I can eat whatever I want. There's no restrictions. It literally is about choices and what you want to do. So like, okay, I learned that wine isn't really the best option if I want to have a drink, because it is full of sugar. So I swap things over, but I do enjoy vodka. So it's about, sometimes I will have wine, but sometimes I'll have vodka, and I don't try and do anything. Like if I go out and I drink wine all night, then I know that I've just put loads of sugar in my body. So maybe I'll do a workout, or that morning, if I'm going to go out, I'll do the workout in the morning so I can enjoy the night out and completely forget about body and what I eat or what I drink. And also, when you go out, you're already satisfied food-wise. So after the night out, when you've had a drink, you don't get that I want a kebab moment. That just doesn't happen anymore. So you're not putting those added calories in that you wouldn't have. So I literally do go out. I go for meals. I go for drinks. I socialise, and I'm not restricted in any way at all.
Cool, fantastic. And I know, obviously, something around the sort of, because you had the busy lifestyle, I know you sort of calculated roughly what you'd saved over a sort of 8-week period. What sort of figure would you put on that? Still having your social life, still going out, still doing whatever. What would you sort of say was a...
Well, you actually think when you start doing something like healthy lifestyle, in your brain, you think I've spent loads of money on food. But what we found was, because we weren't preparing, we were nipping to Asda and saying, well, I'll buy something for tea, and buying something for tea could cost us £25. Or then we'd say, no, I won't buy tea, I can't be bothered shoving that in the oven. Let's go for a takeaway, or let's go for a meal. And so that meal would then consist of maybe wine and things like that. So what we started working out was, if we hadn't been out those and we'd been shopping, what we'd spent on the weekly shop compared to what we would have spent that week. And conservatively, because we didn't really want to add it up properly, because it was a bit frightening really in your head when you start to realise, we said we sort of went about £400 to £500 in the 8 weeks, which is a lot of money towards a holiday. But if it was really being honest, we probably saved about 700, which is, again, something that we really didn't want to admit to, that we were, because we weren't organised, we were just spending money that we didn't have to spend. And now we do a weekly shop. I don't even have to plan a meal. I just go, these are the foods that I can make food out of, that I can plan. So I put my shopping trolley in and we spend that money, and we don't go shopping again. We don't run out of something. We don't nip into the supermarket and spend £20-25. So we saved probably about £700 in 8 weeks.
Yeah. So with it, when you look at it, it's like $8.5 grand over the year. That's a ton of money.
A lot of money. You don't realise you're spending that amount of money. But once you've been shopping and you've done your weekly shop and you haven't gone in again, and you're not coming back from the yards and nipping into that little Tesco's on there, which is a little bit dearer because it's convenient. It really does make a difference, because you only shop on once. And that only shopping once also gave us extra time.
Yeah.
Which we hadn't realised we were using, because we're constantly going in the supermarket.
Yeah, definitely. And the important thing is, what's your results from a sort of body transformation and a mind and sort of well-being transformation as well?
Well, over the period of 8 weeks, I lost about 23.5 inches all over my body. But it's just phenomenal, really, because I didn't intend to think I needed to lose that much weight. I wanted to get a little bit of a flab on my stomach. and just be a little bit more healthy and a bit more fitter. So
Yeah.
I was a bit blown away, really, because in the first 2 weeks, I lost 12 inches.
Yeah.
And it was like, wow. But it's the mindset as well, because you're just so much happier in your body. You're just so much happier in your clothes. When you go on out and you put clothes on, you're not thinking, this will cover that up, this will hide this bit. You just feel more confident.
Yeah, cool. Fantastic. And what sort of key takeaways would you say? Because obviously, you know, you got involved in the initial sort of transformation plan and then our next level plan, and obviously, you know, ongoing sort of support and accountability of the ladies and everyone that's, you know, doing amazing in the groups and stuff. What would you say the sort of key takeaways are for yourself?
It's understanding the nutrition was really important to me. It really opened my mind up to what are good foods to feed your body, about the fuel. I think, and a lot of people will probably say this, I'm definitely going to admit it, we see foods as comfort. We see it as a treat. We don't see it as something that our body needs. So instantly we start to think, oh, I'll have a naughty cake or I'll have a bag of crisp and that'll make me feel better. But actually, I've swapped my mindset on food completely. I do not see food as a treat or anything anymore. I see food as something that helps my body work to its best. And I think that nutrition to me has made such a difference, because I don't look at a menu now and go, oh, what's nice? I look at a menu and go, oh, that'll work well together and I'll enjoy that and I'll feel full. So that might be, some people might not want to think like that, but I just see it as giving me so much more back.
Yeah. And then with it, you're still having your treats, you're having your nights out, you're having all that. So,
still, if I want a bag of crisp, I'll have a bag of crisp. Now, I eat crisp as an essential part of my diet. I just love crisp, but I don't even really buy crisp anymore. But it's not that I don't allow me them. I just don't feel like them. It's really funny. And it must be to do with the fact that the crisp was part of a craving.
Yeah.
Which my body isn't craving. So yeah, I will, if I fancy a bag of crisp, I don't say to myself, oh, you don't have them, I'll buy them. If I want a cake, I'll have a cake. You know, I don't deprive myself of anything. Like, you know, yesterday we went out, we happened to be in a pizza place, and I didn't sit there going, oh, I can't eat pizza. I just went, right, yeah, that's the one I want. That's got spinach on it, because I quite like spinach now. And, you know, so I literally don't deprive myself of anything, and I see food in a completely different way now.
Cool. And with it, what would you say to somebody who might, you know, be thinking about making that lifestyle change and they're sort of sat on the fence and they're not quite sure what to do? And, you know, what would you say to them?
The biggest thing I'd probably say is, it's not about depriving yourself. It's about giving yourself something to make you feel better. So all those things, all those doubts that you've got, you're going to actually knock them on the head, because they won't be doubts when you start. When you start doing it and seeing the results, they won't be there. They won't be an issue. Just give it a chance and try it, because you will find you will feel so much better, happier, confident, comfortable. Just try it.
Cool. Fantastic. Well, no, thanks very much for your time, Kate. That's much appreciated.
No problem.
Cheers.